Yes, I do have morning hair. Welcome to the channel, and what I'm going to show you are two videos today. Not the full video, but one is a video which is my second best-selling video on this channel, and if you want to see the full one, then the link is in the description below. And the other one is just a sort of like advertising for my video yesterday that didn't do so well, to be very honest with you. And again, the link is in the description. Let's do it. It's going to be the year of the tiger. And if you do want to send me any lucky money or hongbao, as you say in Chinese, well, you can do in the link in the description below. Happy New Year! This is quite a serious subject. In the last year, let me just show you some, and I mean just some, of the Tofu-Dreg projects which have failed. And for certain reasons. The two pictures I'm showing you here just for now are two bridges in 2021 which have collapsed because of the poor building materials, which you will see in a little while as well. And I did show you a picture or a video about 3 weeks ago of one dam in Inner Mongolia collapsing. It looked like this, but that led to a tidal wave, a tidal bore, so to speak. I don't know, what could you call it, a river bore, when this tsunami hit a second dam. Because of the unprecedented rains or just bad construction that was happening in the summer, I've shown a video of the one dam collapsing in Mongolia, Inner Mongolia, and then because of the tidal wave, because of the river wave, whatever you want to call it, hit the other one, bam. Tofu-Dreg projects, they are dam failures. So it brings me to wonder, here are some pictures of other dams in China. You can see them here. I don't know the years they were built. Some are old, some look relatively modern, maybe the latter part of the 20th century. But if it has the Tofu-Dreg again, it's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time that some of these dams will collapse. And if it's Tofu-Dreg, if it's that tofu building, it's going to be sooner than expected. And who are the people who are going to pick up the pieces? It's going to be the people of China, not the party. The rescue workers, of course, they always do a grand job, but the preparation or the looming disaster because of the corrupt officials, cheap building materials, instead of using the quality ones, all tear into one factor after another. But here is a question. Here is the Great Wall of China. I don't know how old it actually is or the very beginning of it. But the thing is, this was built hundreds, maybe even thousands of years ago. Guess what? It's still standing. I'll give you another example, a personal example. This is the house I grew up in. It was built in 1697. I lived there from 1979 to round about 1989, near enough, give or take a few years. Today is 2022. Guess what? It's still standing. So what China will do, they will say unprecedented floods, flood of a lifetime, and do nothing to prepare and just continue to build this so the people get rich quick and don't even think of the consequences. With the Three Gorges Dam, when it was being constructed or started the construction, guaranteed for 100,000 years, that got knocked down to 10,000 years, that got knocked down to 1,000 years, now it's got knocked down to 100 years. What happens after 100 years? What about all the people downstream? Have they a contingency plan? No, because it's going to be passed down. It's worrying. It's not going to happen in our lifetime, most probably, but it is going to happen in our grandchildren's lifetime. And 400 million people's lives are at stake just because of one bit of concrete, which may be a tofu construction. Let me just show you some of the bridges and things that have collapsed. Not all of them, just in 2021. It looks like this. And I reiterate, if you want to see the full video, just go to the description and the link below. Here is the other video that I made yesterday about a small hole. Let's do that. Are preparing for the floods and the rain and the wet weather of 2022. Some floods have hit Australia already this year. I haven't done any research of it, but if I do pray for the people who may be having some difficulties at that time. But I do have some images, some new images that I found of a dam in Laos in Southeast Asia, which a dam did break. A Chinese-built dam, may I just add as well. And this is downstream, and you can just see how fast the rain comes. There's no edit with this. I haven't put any sound effects in. This is the actual sound taken from the video. Looks like this. So back to the title, what happens to a dam or the country if there's a small hole? Well, here is an image of one dam that did burst its banks and did have a small hole which turned into a large crack which actually shattered the dam in two. Way back in time, I can't remember the actual name of this to be really honest with it, but this is what happens. A small hole becomes a crack, becomes bigger, and then the water from the reservoir is going to crack through. Now think of this, how many billions of square cubic meters of water is there behind the dam, and this multiplied that by 660 kilometers. If anything happened one way or the other, if the dam was damaged in any shape or form, the whole of the Yangtze Basin would actually be crippled. There is numerous army sites there. The CCP basically would be crippled. It is China's Achilles heel, but no one is actually going to do that until it's, as someone would say, absolutely necessary, if it was. But we pray that it never is, and there's always different ways of dealing with situations if a situation occurs. What's happening in Ukraine at the moment is the wrong way. Talk should be going, and it should never have escalated to this stage. And we'll do a little bit of that a little bit later on. On the brighter side, let's have a look at the musical weather. Are you ready? La 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 la. So back to the dam that overflowed. This, I don't know the actual reason. This could be floods that could have happened. This could be just bad management. The sluice gates may not open. If there were any sluice gates, it was poorly designed. They didn't think of the unprecedented situation that may happen. The list of possibilities is absolutely endless. It's not just China that obviously has dams, there's other places. And they are rather expensive to build. They are a good source of green energy. There are pros and cons. If it's looked after really well, then you could say, like the Hoover Dam, it does pretty well because it thinks of all aspects, including the environment, and not just about floods and electricity. China, I would say, is about electricity, less about floods and less about people. But this is sort of like an overspill of a dam, and this is what happens when you may have unprecedented floods. And I would like to say hello to all my subscribers here and the members of the channel, and the channel looks like this. Chinese volunteer, hello. Janet is one. Randy H. I Cost Hop. We have Paul, and we have Tony, and we also have Pacific Pammy. Now, if you want to be a member of the YouTube channel, just see this link in the description. But thank you to all the members of my channel, and thank you especially to the new one. I didn't see this happen. I apologize. Chinese volunteer, whoever you may be, thank you so much. It is really appreciated. It may be a beer or two. Woohoo! Thanks. Please spare a moment of your day to pray for the people caught up in a situation in the Ukraine. As always, thank you very much for your time. My name is James. This is the James Neil Cooper channel, and I will see you later this evening, my time, for another episode of what's happening with China and maybe some other things around the world as well. Be good, be well, be safe. Thank you. Bye-bye.